What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Steve Nasantoski here of the Maize and Blue Review, bringing you highlights and analysis here of Michigan's first loss of the season against Seton Hall. Drop a close one at home, 67-65. Bummer of a game, but let's get into it, analyze some of the calls, what went wrong, what went right. More wrong than right, but let's get into it. All right, let's dive in here. All right, here we go. Seton Hall starting off. They were shooting threes. They were kind of live by three, die by three. That was not a great three to start, but just you wait. It's going to speed up here in a bit. Miles Cale there on the turnover, able to put away that basket. Johns down to Dickinson, little turnaround jumper. Nice way to get Michigan started on offense. Here, Cale finding number 14, Jared Roden on the wing there for a three-pointer. And they were getting hot early. Devonte Jones here, little floater. Nice little shot from him. And here you have good defense from Michigan early on as well. A really fast-paced game overall. Off the long miss here, Dickinson able to find a nice little bounce pass there to Brandon Johns, able to put that one away. Number 10 here dribbling again, Cale from the wing, red hot starting from three-point land. Michigan able to stay within striking distance here. Nice little drive and dish from Jones. Got this little two-time chest bump there. Number 2 drive to the basket. Again, really good defense, right? Nothing easy there. Good help defense overall. Here though, careless turnover there. And number 1 there, Bryce Aiken, name to remember for Seton Hall with the mid-range. Eli Brooks, really great game for him. He's so crafty with that drive. He's just so fast. Here, the dribble drive from Devonte Jones. Look at this alternate angle, able to sneak through that wedge there, able to put and finish that basket. Caleb Houston, rough night for him overall. Driving here, though, nice pass there to Eli Brooks. Gets fouled. He would make both free throws. We'll talk about free throws later on. Can't do this against a hot shooting team like that, right? Jameer Harris can't do that if you're Caleb Houston, right? He cannot off of, this is just a very simple screen. Houston at least has to hedge this a little bit as Eli Brooks is working around it, right? Instead, you'll watch Caleb Houston, he just falls off here, right? No reason to fall off here, and you see Eli Brooks looking back like, what are you doing, man? You can't leave that guy open. He nails the 3. Martelli on the bench, he's looking at like, what are we doing? What are we doing there? And I'm with you. I don't know what that was. Here in transition, little mid-range. Diabate, quieter game for him, but able to pull off that block. That looks good. Jones, again, a little dribble drive. And, man, could they block? Okay, Ike Obiagu. Dude could block. There he is again. He had like 4 blocks in the first half, maybe even 5. But mid-range jumper. They were hitting everything. Seton Hall was a little mid-range. They got that. Here, a little off-balance shot over Caleb Houston. You let them shoot that if you're Michigan. And meanwhile, just can't buy a bucket. Cannot buy a bucket in the first half. Luckily, Eli Brooks. Michigan had missed 11 straight before Eli Brooks had that floater at the free throw line. He decides, I like this mid-range. Boom. And Michigan back up front despite missing 11 straight. Still in this game. And here's another 3. Here's something that Diabate just can't do, right? He's going for the boomer bust steal here. No reason to really go for that, right? Because the downside is you leave Trey Jackson, one of their better players, wide open. You can see Juwan Howard, as soon as he goes for that, look at Juwan Howard right now. He's like, well, that's it, right? He's going to have a spot-up shot here and just a freshman moment, right? There are lots of them in this game, and there's Juwan Howard just knows, right? It just can't happen. The play just can't happen. Eli Brooks, nice dish down low. Michigan, 20 points in the first half from the paint alone. Okay, here, good defense again. Dickinson, down low, over that right shoulder, good luck, right? He was huge this game. Seton Hall driving, dish over to number 2 on the wing there, Trey Jackson, hitting another Trey. That's why they named him Trey Jackson. Here, nice drive. Good defense, though. Eli Brooks staying in front of him. Caleb Houston going around. Nice little backdoor cut, right? Eli Brooks, his threat from three-point land, right, catches... I think this is Cale off balance, and then there's that backdoor cut. And continually doing that look, right, threatening the edge there, threatening the perimeter. That gets a little bit too aggressive there for number 22, Miles Cale, and take advantage of that if you're Michigan. Here in transition, really great find over to Buffkin, forced the steal, and he gets the bucket there. Great from him. Here, Houston. Can't do that again defensively, right? The freshman, he's going for the steal here again. What does that do? Now you have nobody, right? Now you put Dickinson in a really tough spot right here. He has to either close here or stay on number 21. He doesn't really have an option. He needs to close. Brandon Johns has to come and assist here, but you're just leaving open bodies, right? Because Caleb Houston went there for the steal, you open a lot of easy options there for Seton Hall, and just a lot of mistakes like that. Kobe Buffkin, again, getting some time here early on. Nice drive to the basket there. Fighting for the rebound. Johns, nice pass there. Dickinson going up with authority, right? Throw it down. With these shot blockers Seton Hall has, you have to throw it down. Caleb Houston can't hit it. First half, 0 3-pointers for Michigan. That would continue in the second half, the distance struggles. There with the left, Dickinson finishes. Here, going with the right. And I've never seen that before, just a ball gets, well, I have seen that before, but you couldn't tell him to do that if he tried, right? Here, nice dish there from Eli Brooks over to Johns down the baseline. Juwan Howard fired up. Get up. Chrysler Center, come on, let's go. He's angry. Michigan with a 10-point lead at this point, right? This is just, I mean, that's great defense. Really great defensive possession, and they're just hitting shots. Nice little bounce pass here. Actually lucky Seton Hall here that he bobbles this entry pass, right? Nice pass. It's low. That's tough for a big guy to get, but because he doesn't have possession here, he's able to take a couple extra steps, and by the time he does retain possession, he's already under the basket. Down to Dickinson on the block. Nice job. Able to get in there with his body, right? It's a good recognition that he still has space here on the baseline, right? It's a nice swift move there with that step. 1 dribble, 2 dribble, go up, right? Lean back a little bit, and he's angry. Look at that. Ooh, he's got the furrow of the eyebrows. I like seeing angry Dickinson mid-range. Watch out. If he's hitting that all year, then you might be in trouble. Here, just committing a little bit too early, but great job. Second effort here, right? He gets, with the pump fake, Jameer Harris gets Devonte Jones off his feet, resets, and then right there, just a little bit tip of the ball on the backside, and that's enough to deflect that. Going the other way, Devonte Jones able to put in the easy layup in transition. Good defense again here. Here, this is a ridiculous foul call, okay? And I'm going to explain it. Right here, there's a foul, right? Call the foul right here on Dickinson. He's got his hand around like the chest there. That's a clear foul on the rebound. Call that a foul, okay? So fast forward here. Yep, he's going up. There's no contact here. There's nothing is made there from Dickinson. He's not touching him at all. He doesn't affect this shot. He doesn't get any part of the hand here. And they call this an and one because they missed the initial foul on this rebound right there with his arm around his neck, right? That should be a foul. They probably realized, oh, I didn't get that, and then they call it on that shot. You can see Eli Brooks is like, what is that? Dickinson is losing his mind appropriately because he didn't even touch him. Caleb Houston can't believe it. Everyone's dumbfounded, appropriately so. It wasn't an and one. It was foul before that, but you don't do a makeup call. Number 4 there. Another putback for Seton Hall. They're working their way back in here. Good defense, just a better finish there from Jameer Harris. Here, though, full court press, able to beat it a little bit there with the putback from Brandon Johns. Good job from him. Devonte Jones at the point, over to Caleb Houston. Oh, and this is, yeah, they called another foul down low here. I don't know how this is a foul on Giabate, right? Watch Giabate here. He's just going to go to the paint here, kind of jockeying for position. You see this, I feel like, every single play, right? A little bit of a hook right there, but not much, right? That's how much is this affecting? This hand on the back right here. How much is that affecting this play, right? What is that really accomplishing? And then the foul calls from this guy, right? What is this guy? He's the one who calls this foul. What does he see here from this angle that warrants a foul call? I don't see anything at all. And then you just going the other way. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Some weird calls. Great finish there for Miles Cale. And it's only a 5-point game. Devonte Jones out to the perimeter. First 3-point of the game, finally, with 11. Yeah, you see that and the giant banner down low. First 3-pointer, mid-range, still hitting there for Seton Hall. Nice dish up here to Caleb Houston with a little finger roll, finishing that. Michigan up 8. Here, nice drive there. Number 2, tough finish. Trey Jackson able to put that away. Just a ton of contested shots they were able to put away. Here, T. Will with the 3-pointer. You got the bow and arrows out on the bench. Watch out. It's hunting season. It's actually rifling season now. Bow season's, I think, over, right? Or at least it's past. Here, another 3-pointer for Seton Hall. Eli Brooks. Oh, such a bummer. Usually hits those, right? Nice look. He beats the guy off the dribble. Here, nice, just a really great action here, right? He recognizes, okay, he's closing on this shot here. I have my dribble still. So with this little pump fake, or he doesn't have his dribble, excuse me. So pull up the dribble. Guy leaves his feet, and that gives Eli Brooks the advantage, right? So now he can pass here. He can continue on his path. Dickinson can set the pick here as they're late to adjust to this, right? There's no way they can adequately follow on that pass. Another pass, pick, boom, mid-ranger, right? Just really nice action there. Eli Brooks, good instincts here. Can't get off of that screen, and another three-pointer here, another kind of fadeaway three, and then they call just kind of this little nickel and dime. I mean, you can't do that if you're Houston, right? Just turn your body into them, right? Is this enough to warrant a foul? I don't know. I would argue you see this a lot, right? You see this a lot on both sides of the court, both on this play, on the other play. You can't extend this forearm, though, right? And if he's just turning his body, he does enough. You have 4 bodies down in the paint. Just don't use your arm like that, right? Just can't do it. And it's a 5-point game. Seton Hall still sticking around. Here, again, good drive. Not the best defense from Caleb Houston. Johns, a little bit of a force pass to Dickinson, just a really tight window. It's really tough to get there. And then again, can't leave these guys open on the perimeter, right? They picked on Houston a lot here. Just not even a real screen here, but they're not communicating on the switch here, right? You got both Houston and Eli Brooks following this. That's going to open up one of their shooters on the wing, and you can't be doing that. All of a sudden, tie game. Boom. Got to communicate a little better. Here, offensive foul. We never even got an angle here, right? The angle switches. You can see here from the bench to this. They call an offensive foul here. I think it was on Dickinson on the screen. I don't know. It's that same ref who's like way too enthusiastic to call fouls. I don't like it. Here, they finally call a foul against Seton Hall there. Moving screen. Became a ref show. Here from the corner. Huge three-pointer from Devonte Jones. Good to see him there. Just beat off the dribble there, right? Eli Brooks beat off the dribble. Good drive. Michigan only up 1 now. Here, Devonte Jones trying to pass to Dickinson. Another turnover. Costly. Miss on the three-pointer. Devonte Jones trying to fly over. I think that's the appropriate call. It was over the back. Eli Brooks. Nice little left-hander, right? I said he usually makes those. He makes that one. Little step-back shot. Give him credit, right? Hitting those tough shots. Bryce Aiken there had himself a heck of a game. Caleb Houston can't get anything to go. So this is something I wanted to talk about. I don't want to talk at length about every single one of these foul calls because I think you can call any number of fouls in any given game, and that goes for both football and basketball here. At this point, you got to call something, right? Something down low here right now. You got to call this, okay? As well as the end of the play, it just goes down in a trash heap of 500 pounds there, right, between Dickinson and Ike Obiagu. And then, so they didn't call that. And then going down the other side of the court here, Devonte Jones looks to be in legal guarding position there. They call it block. Brutal. So here's the initial play beforehand, right, where you got just an arm wrapped around Dickinson, right? And I don't know how you don't call that a penalty or a foul penalty. What sport am I in here? And then Dickinson does wrap and suplex the guy, okay? Not going to argue that at all. But the initial call should be there. And then they go to review, they say, nope, no foul. Because they're like, well, we missed the first one. We can't call that. And we don't want to punish Dickinson for that second action because we missed the first call, right? So now you send Aiken here to the free throw line after the Devonte Jones block, quote unquote. And Seton Hall up 1. Little miss there. Dickinson put to the foul line. He makes both of them. Michigan back up 1 under a minute left. Aiken at the point, can't have this foul. What are you doing, Jones? You can't have that reach. Can't have it. Clutch free throws, number 1, number 2, up 1. Up 1 for Seton Hall. Here, pass over to Eli Brooks. This is a good shot that you'll take a million times if you're Michigan, right? Nice little floater. He hits that all day. Now you got a foul. Devonte Jones fouls out here. But you take that shot if you're Michigan, right? Eli Brooks, one of your best, most dependable players, especially this game, and he just misses it. Miss on the first free throw, make on the second, 2-point game. Now, I can't believe that this is your best option for this play. You do potentially have an option here to Dickinson, right? If Eli Brooks somehow can throw this up, Dickinson comes down with it, maybe backside, right? But you do have big 21 here in the path, and you do have an open T-Will on the perimeter. So I can understand it's tough to expect Eli Brooks to find Dickinson in this scenario, but finds T-Will. Good pump fake here, right? Gets him off his feet. There is body there. Puts the shot up, and that's right. That's the right foul call, right? There's enough body there. Misses the first free throw, and that's pretty much game, right? 0.8 seconds left. He feels it. Tries to miss the second one. Makes the second one, right? Come on. Brutal. And then it's essentially game over. Missed a free throw, moonshot for Dickinson, and that's it. Game over. Good game. All right, 2-point loss. Number 21's fired up, appropriately so. Big game for them. Big game on the road, and Michigan drops a close one. Stats: Dickinson, 18 points, 8-11 shooting, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 blocks. Great game from Dickinson overall. Brooks, 17 points on 7 of 15 shooting, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. Really good game from him. Devonte Jones, obviously down the stretch, not the best, but third in scoring at 11 points on 4 of 10 shooting, 12 rebounds, so actually a double-double for him, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, and 5 fouls. All right, so 3 key points here. Number 1, defensive lapses in some key moments of this one, okay? Some freshman moments we saw. Devonte, Houston. Devonte actually was pretty dominant on defense, I would say. So more Houston switching on defense, a lot of issues there. Opened up some very clean looks for Seton Hall from deep. Critical mistakes down the stretch from Jones, right? Few key fouls there that reach in. He's trying to do a little bit too much with that charge call, right? Putting the refs in a position to make a call that can affect the game. Instead, trust your defense, right? I think defense overall was doing okay outside of some of those freshman mistakes from Houston. A lot of energy there, though, and just can't make those critical mistakes down the stretch. Number 2, not their night from deep, right? 3 of 15 from three-point land. First one was midway through the second half. Houston was 0-4. Brooks was 1 for 4 from three-point. And those are your 2 shooters that you need to at least hit at a reasonable clip to stay in a lot of games against good competition here. So you combine that with some turnover and foul troubles, and good luck, right? So just not their night from deep here. Free throws were improved, okay? They were 10 for 12 on the night, just missed when it really counted there at the end, right? So good to see that they were 10 of 12. Maybe that's a sign of the first few games were not to be expected, and there's improvement coming, but down the stretch, it's painful to watch that, right? Okay, that's it for me. Disappointing game. Couldn't hit from deep. Questionable calls down the stretch. Can't let the refs affect the game, right? Key mistakes at the end of the game to only make things worse. So early in the season, lots of basketball to play against the Seton Hall team that is looking pretty solid moving into this season here. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Throw a subscription. If you like this sort of content, throw a like. Beyond that, thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this video. Stay safe out there. And as always, go blue.